Hello, my dear students. Myself, Patel Pravada from Param Guru Pathshala English Medium School, Sarsa. Today, in this video, I will discuss with you the second chapter from Standard 6, that is Components of Food, Part 1. In this video, we will discuss numbers of topics, and the topics are the different components of the food, the sources of the components, the requirement of the food components in our body. So students, let's start. Students, in chapter 1, we have talked about the different food items. We also learned that the different food items need different ingredients to prepare. And we also know that in our vast country, India, there are different food items eaten by us. So, we learned that different food items prepared by different ingredients, and these different ingredients contain such components of food. The components of food are carbohydrates, protein, fats, vitamins and minerals. Students, these components of food are called nutrients. These components of food are called nutrients. And from these nutrients, our body get nutrition. So, understood students? Let's talk again. In our previous chapter, we learned that each dish made up of ingredients, numbers of ingredients, maybe it one or more than one ingredients. So, one food item made up of different ingredients which we get from plants or animals or both. These ingredients we get from plants, maybe it get from animals. For example, rice. Rice is made up of two ingredients. First one is raw rice and second one is water. So, from this rice we get the components carbohydrate. From the rice we get the components of food, that is carbohydrates. We know that these food ingredients contain such components which are very important for our body to do various activities. So students, each and every ingredients contain such of components, and these all the components are equally important for our body to do various activities. The components are, which are they? Yes, carbohydrates, protein, fats, vitamins and minerals. In addition, water and fiber are also needed for our body function. So students, these components of food which are very vital for our body, these all the components of food, each and every food components are very vital for our body, are called nutrients. And from these nutrients, our body get nutrition and do all the various activities and body functions. Students, now the question is that no one can get all the food components by one food item. What I am saying? No one can get all the components of the food by one food item. So, we should have to eat various food items to get all the components of the food equally. Students, by a simple method, by a simple activity, we can taste, we can find out whether a cooked food or a raw ingredients contain one or more than one nutrient or components. For this activity, we need solutions, and the solutions are iodine, copper sulfate, and caustic soda. We should also take few test tubes and dropper also. First, let's taste for starch. We have to take some food item to taste, or you can take raw ingredients. Then put 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution on it. If the color of the food item changed and turned into blue-black color, that means the food item contains carbohydrates or starch. If the food item changed its color and convert into blue-black color, that means the food components is carbohydrate or starch. We can do this activity with potato slices. Students, we will see that the color of the potato slices change and turn into blue-black color. That means potato contains starch. Let's do the activity with protein components. For this activity, first we have to take food item for tasting. Put the food item in a test tube, and you also add 10 drops of water to it and shake it well. Now we have to add 2 drops of copper sulfate solution and 10 drops of caustic soda. I repeat, 2 drops of copper sulfate and 10 drops of caustic soda. Shake it well. If the food item color convert into violet color, after adding this solution, the food item, if the food items change its color and convert into violet color, that means the food item contain protein. So we add 2 drops of copper sulfate and 10 drops of caustic soda and shake it well. Then we can find out that the food item convert into violet color. That means the food item is protein components. Again, let's do an activity with some other food material. So, you have to take small quantity of food item, wrap it in a piece of paper and crush it. Now, unfold the paper and straighten the paper. So, first you have to take food item, that wrap in a paper and crush it, and then unfold it and straighten it. What we observe? We observe that the paper have oily patches on it. I repeat, we can find out that the paper have oily patches on it, and that means the food item contains fat. But remember, the patches on paper should be oily because sometimes the food item contain a little water. So therefore, after you have rubbed the item on paper, let the paper dry. After drying up, if there is no any patches on the paper, that means the food item does not contain fat. Students, remember one thing, all the components of the food item, whatever it is carbohydrate, protein, fat or vitamin, including mineral, water and fiber, they all are equally important for our body. Remember that thing. They all are equally important for our body. For example, the first component, carbohydrates. So, carbohydrate provide us energy. Fat also give us energy, but little bit more than carbohydrate. As the both components of the food give us energy, they are called energy giving food. I repeat, fat and carbohydrate components are called energy giving food because they both give us energy. Some sources of carbohydrates are which give us energy. They are potato, rice, bajra, wheat, sugarcane, etc. As we know that fat component give us energy more than carbohydrate, it is also called energy giving food. So carbohydrate is the energy giving food and fat are also energy giving food. But fat give us more energy than carbohydrate. Students, fat products have two sources, plant sources and animal sources. The some plant sources of fat components are which containing fat are nuts, groundnuts, coconut oil, soybean oil and tea. On the other hand, some animal sources of fat containing food items are milk, butter, ghee, meat, fish, egg, etc. Let's talk about protein components. Some protein sources product which we get from plants are gram, moong, tur dal, bean, soya beans, peas, etc. And the animal sources of protein containing food product are meat, fish, paneer, eggs, etc. And students, do you know why protein is needed for our body? Yes, it is needed for the proper growth and repair of our body. It is very important to eat protein components to proper growth of our body, and it also do the repairing function of our damaged part. As protein product builds our body, it is called the body building food. I repeat, proteins component food are called body building food as it build our body. Next we talk vitamins. Students, it is the another components of the food, vitamin, which help us to protect our body against various diseases. I repeat, it protects us, our body from various diseases. It also keep our eyes, skin, bone, teeth, gums healthy. There are different kinds of vitamins which we need. Students, we need very small quantity of all kinds of vitamins. We need only small quantity of vitamin. Let's talk about the sources of different kinds of vitamin one by one. Vitamin A. We get vitamin A from papaya, carrot, mango. Vitamin A keep our skin and eyes healthy. Let's talk about vitamin B. We get vitamin B from wheat, rice, etc. Vitamin C. We get this vitamin from guava, green chili, lemon, amla, orange, tomato, etc. Vitamin C helps our body to fight against many diseases. Now vitamin D. We get vitamin D from liver, egg, fish, milk, butter, etc. We can also get vitamin D from sunlight. Vitamin D help our body to use calcium for bones and teeth. Students, minerals. Minerals are equally important for our body. Some minerals are iodine, phosphorus, iron, and calcium. Minerals also help us in various functioning of nervous system. It is needed by our body in a very small amount, but each and every minerals are needed for our body for proper growth and maintenance of the body. Do you know, students, from where we get these minerals? Let's find out. Iodine. We can get iodine from ginger, fish, leafy vegetable, iodized salt, etc. Iodine is needed for making thyroid hormone. Phosphorus. We get phosphorus from milk and banana. And rice, wheat and green chili also contain phosphorus. Students, do you know one thing? Many minerals are also required for body structure such as teeth, bones, hair, skin, muscles, blood, etc. The another minerals are iron and calcium. We get iron from green vegetable. We get iron from green vegetable, apple, watermelon. It is very important part of our blood. Remember, iron is very important part of our blood. Calcium. We get calcium from egg and milk. And why it is needed? It need for our bones and teeth. Next is the food components, that is dietary fibers. Student, beside all these components, our body also needs dietary fibers and water. Dietary fibers known as roughage. It also called roughage. It is mainly provided from the plant product. Some sources of roughage are whole grains, pulses, potatoes, fresh fruit and vegetable are the main sources of roughage or dietary fibers. Roughage does not provide any nutrient. Remember that. Roughage does not provide any nutrient to our body, but it helps us to remove the waste material from our body. It need to remove waste removed from the body. And for this reason, dietary fiber help us to maintain the digestive system healthy. For this reason, dietary fiber help us to maintain our digestive system healthy. Next is water. Students, this is the another important thing which we need, that is water. Water help us to throwing the wastage from the body. It is needed to throw out the wastage from the body in the form of urine and sweat. Another thing is that water help our body to absorb the nutrient from the food. It is also help to absorb the nutrient from the food particle. It helps us to maintain the body temperature also. Water is also important to maintain our body temperature. By sweating, water maintains our body temperature. Water is also it is also help us by conversion of food into energy. Water also help us by conversion of food into energy. There are many sources of water. We have many sources of water to get into our body. And from where we can obtain the water? Yes, we can obtain water as drinking water, tea, coffee, soft drinks, cooked food. From these food items we can obtain water in our body, which is very important. So students, here we finish almost half of the chapter, and from this video we learn about the components of food and its sources and also its requirement in our body. So rest of the chapter we will discuss in our next video. So thank you and thanks for joining.